Hello, I'm Trudy. I'm One Grounded Angel, and this is the weekly angel card reading for the week of May the 9th to the 13th, 2016. Thanks so much to everybody who watched last week and sent me feedback. It's really terrific to know that so many of you are responding to my messages, so thank you. So let's start with Monday the 9th, and I'll shuffle the cards and we'll see what comes up. Oh, here we go. The person you're asking about is trustworthy. Okay, I don't know who this refers to, but I think you do. So if there's someone you're doubting in your life and you're not sure exactly if their intentions are good or whether their advice they're giving you is good, and your intuition will be the best guide here. That'll tell you who this refers to. You can trust them, okay? So, and again, that's also your intuition. You know, your gut always knows. Can I trust this person? Is this legit? And then the brain gets involved and wants to argue with you about that, and cast doubts upon the situation. But this person that you can trust, so go with that. Tuesday, the 10th of May. Oh. Now, the card has got an angel called Vanessa, and it's about making decisions. And her message for those of you who are facing decisions is to take the option that brings you closer to what makes you happy and fulfills your life purpose. So life purpose is a term that's bandied about a lot in spiritual blogs and spiritual readings. It's not really your career, although it might be related. Life purpose is really about, it's really about what you're here to do. And there might be several things within that. So that would involve things like nurturing your children. It might involve writing books. It might involve teaching people. Only you know what that is, and you might not know yet. Some people take their whole lives to figure it out. I only just discovered recently, within the last few years, that part of my life purpose was to help people through bringing messages from the angels. So, but I have other elements to my life purpose as well. But anyway, so what that means is that when I'm making decisions, I will choose the things that are in alignment with that life purpose. So if you're really struggling with a decision, and it might be something small, go with what makes you happy and is in line with your passions and what is also related to your life purpose, because that's the thing that gives your life meaning, and that's what we're looking for, isn't it? So Wednesday the 10th of May. Love it when a card jumps out. You're a leader. Woohoo! Now, I think leadership has got some bad PR. We think of leadership as a negative thing. We think of dictators and power-hungry people, but this is all about the positive elements of leadership, the ability that we have to be role models, to inspire, to encourage people. It's not about telling people what to do. It's not about foisting your opinions on other people. This is about, and you can see, well, I don't know how well you can see, actually the light here is not great. Joan of Arc is the leader depicted here. Depending on which card deck I use, some of these card decks use, this particular deck is a Saints and Angels deck, but I've got others that use angels. Some are archangels, some are goddesses from other Eastern kind of practices. But Joan of Arc here, I mean, we all know the story of Joan of Arc, and we know that she was leading from the heart, and that is the key message here. Use your leadership skills to help people, and to lead yourself as well, they're saying. I know that sounds a bit strange, but particularly if you are struggling with decisions, or you're really caught at the moment in a sort of a place that you want to get yourself out of, it's up to you to lead yourself out of that. Don't look for someone else to save you, is really where I'm going with that. So you've got the ability to help yourself as much as you do other people. And again, that comes back to following your heart and following what makes you happy, and really trying not to let those the voice of fear that's in all of our minds lead you astray here. So Thursday, it's the 12th? Yeah, it's the 12th. This is my 88 card deck. It's always a bit awkward to shuffle. Now this deck does use the archangels, and the one that's come up here is Raphael. So he's the archangel in charge of healing and health, also travel and some other things here. And the message here is about emotional experiences and fulfilling romantic relationships. He's also associated with love, I forgot to mention that. So for some of you, this is about deepening your romantic relationships, and you have to trust your intuition as to what meaning is appropriate for you. What can you do to nourish that relationship and make it deeper and more challenging, remembering that the nature of relationships is to develop and grow over time. And it's also talking about other emotional experiences, remembering that relationships are only one emotional experience we have in this lifetime. So I don't know what specifically that is, that emotional experience, but I know there's a lot of emotional stuff going on for people at the moment. We've got 5 planets in retrograde, which is really bringing out a lot of old stuff to deal with. So emotions are high at the moment. It's not your imagination. So try and be patient with yourself through that process. But it is signaling that positive emotions are coming your way. So just breathe through this, and things are going to lighten up for you. So, and even the negative associations are in fact positive, because there's a learning experience there for you. Trust your intuition again, they're saying. Yeah, I don't really know how much more I can give on that, because they're showing such a wide spectrum of experiences that this relates to for different people, and I don't want to narrow it down too much for you. I think you need to use your intuition to understand what that means for you in your life. So Friday the 30th, oh, it's Black Friday. I'm not superstitious. When you have some spiritual knowledge and you understand that you make your own luck, you don't really worry about superstition. Taking a long time to show me what they want today. Oh, here we go. Oh, joy. Well, it's a Friday, so it is a day of joy. This is such a simple card. It's just about happiness and positivity. And it's really asking you to do what you can to magnify that experience within your life. Sometimes when things are going really well for us, we start to worry that it's going to be taken away from us, or that something bad's going to happen. Can you guys relate to that? I definitely can. We worry about that, and they're really asking us to try and let go of that and just be in the moment and look for the joy within every moment we have. And not every moment is great. Obviously, there are challenges. It's not possible for us to be happy all the time, but try and make the most of the joy that is within your life right now in this moment. There will be other times you can worry about the bigger picture, and we know that worrying doesn't help. So be present as you can and appreciate the gifts. It's gratitude here is a really big theme. So make the most of all that is good and wonderful within your life, and try and let go of those fears about what's going to happen tomorrow, or whatever it is you're worrying about, because you can't actually help that situation by worrying about it, but you can certainly increase your happiness and your contentment levels by focusing on that. So do that. Okay, so just to summarize, these messages, sometimes they give us really big themes, but these are all pretty straightforward, so which is good, because frankly, with all this planetary crap going on, we've got enough to deal with, haven't we? So starting, oh gosh, I always get this round the wrong way. Starting from Monday, trusting people or a certain person. It's not trusting all people, obviously. Making decisions, going with the decision that feels right for you, trusting your intuition, and following your life purpose there too. Using leadership to help people, helping inspire them, helping motivate them, without dominating them, and being a good leader to yourself. Sometimes the best thing you can do when you're struggling or in a situation where you're stuck is to ask yourself, what would I tell a friend who was coming to me and wanting advice and was in this situation? I think one of the things that's really hard in this life is to learn how to be a best friend to yourself. We're always so down on ourselves, and banging each other out in ways that we wouldn't do to each other. That's what I was trying to say. So trying to be a friend to yourself is one of the best things that you can do, and that increases your gratitude and increases the love that can flow your way, because the universe wants you to understand how precious and how special you are. So we're up to Thursday, new emotional experiences and deepening relationships, and joy, looking for the joy and the gratitude. What an awesome week. That's great. So if you have any questions, do get in touch with me. My Instagram is at One Grounded Angel, and my Facebook page is called One Grounded Angel. My email address is onegroundedangel@gmail.com. As I mentioned earlier, my life purpose is to share messages from the angels. I have no attachment to those messages. I just pass them on to you. How you interpret them is entirely up to you. It's really just up to me to pass on the messages. So I'm happy for you to ask me if you need more information or more detail. Obviously, I'm speaking very generally because there are so many people watching this and I can't be specific. If you want something specific addressed, I do private readings. But it is my joy to share these messages because that is what I'm here to do. And to do so hopefully in a way that's really accessible and easy for you to understand. So thank you so much for your time. I hope you get a lot out of this, and I will post each card each day on my social media networks, so feel free to follow. Thanks so much, guys. Have a fantastic week.